So for Babchik over here, he's so is such an egomaniac. He creates personas who talk about him. He creates a name.
Explain that. I don't even know what that means.
Well, there's a guy named George Goya. Go up and Google George Goya. There's a writer.
Why you gotta do this?
There's a writer named George Goya who writes about Man Banter, Mike's show, and the public access station, and about Mike Babchik and everything else. It's him. He created this persona who writes about him.
All right, I saw this.
George, your thoughts?
I saw this article.
George, where are you? Get in here. Hey, guys.
He created somebody to talk about himself.
Wait a minute. I saw that article that is up in your office. You wrote that about yourself?
That's George Noia.
No, George Noia wrote that. George Noia wrote that.
Noia. Same guy.
Wait a minute. Did you really write that article?
George Noia wrote the article.
George Noia.
It says it right there, written by George Noia. Print doesn't lie. All right, if you
No.
If you get ink on the thumb, it doesn't lie.
Mike, I actually, deep down, I actually thought you were a good person.
This is what pushes you to the bad.
Bruce Murray had this segment on the show about a month ago. Go ahead. You thought he was a good person.
I'm floored by this. You wrote an article in a newspaper about yourself?
I'm going to be in trouble now.
George Noia wrote the article.
Who is George Noia?
He's a fan. He's a big fan of mine. He's a huge fan. He lives in the Bronx. He's great.
Now, what newspaper was this in?
Oh, that's in the BTR, otherwise known as the Bronx Times Reporter.
And are they aware that you wrote the article about yourself?
I'm sure they have a fact checker. If they're the Bronx Times Reporter, they would not just write this if George Noia didn't exist.
Wait a minute.
He's got an email
Mike,
address.
I'm sorry. This is one of those ones that afterward Mike's going to go, why would you bring that up on the air? You know, he says that to me after every show.
Wait.
Why did you talk about that?
I need to. I'm like floored by this. So you got in touch with the editor-in-chief of this newspaper, I assume, as George Goya Noia, right?
This is go well.
And you said, hey, can I pitch an article to you?
The Bronx Times Reporter, again, they have a staff. They check their records.
I'm sure.
George Noia has an email address.
Freelance reporters.
He has an email address.
It's not hard to create an email address.
My stomach hurts.
Gnoia at yahoo.com if you want to reach me. I mean, George.
Yes.
But it's not like you hide from that. You have that posted all over your office.
He's a real person. Okay? He's a real person.
He's you.
He's not me. He's a real person. Maybe I use his name at times, but he is a real person. All right?
You are a sick
If you want him, he could do the picks on Friday. Put him in.
So let me, is he, wasn't George Noia a disc jockey at one point? What was his name as a disc jockey?
DJ Gimfersace. A lot of names. DJ Gimfersace.
Oh, my goodness.
No, seriously, he's a real guy. He wrote the article. He's a fan. Let's move on.
No, let's not.
Now, I have to say that Evan did an outstanding job because when you guys were attacking him about his wardrobe today, he diverted attention. We've got to go back to the cuffs. We got to go back to the cuffs.
Shoot your cuffs.
Yes.
Oh, I just rolled it up a little bit. I'm not. You can attack me all you want. I mean, I'm getting style advice from you guys?
Yeah, we're style guys.
Oh, yeah, it looks like it.
You got the J. Crew model over here, Nick Fenton.
What happened to him today? What a drop-off.
He's Crew J today.
Yeah. I never go back-to-back with good outfits.
Oh, my God.
Never.
He's going to wear the same thing tomorrow to the big lunch.
Yeah, he will.
But you guys better be prepared.
Where's the big lunch? Apparently,
there's a lot of pressure on about this lunch tomorrow.
Yeah, the big lunch.
Are we going to bring a camera for this lunch? Put it up on Facebook?
Yeah, I'm going to bring my flip cam. We're going to.
That's Mike's only contribution with everything we do. He says, "I'll bring my flip cam." That's his only idea for anything we have. I've never even seen his flip cam.
He leaves it in the car.
No, trust me. You bring a flip cam. We're going to have some fun.
I mean, seriously, it's like no guests, no angles for the show. I'll bring my flip cam. That's it. It's the flip cam for everything. You guys want to do 4 down, say, do some NFL? Yeah, sure, Mike. All right, I'll bring my flip cam.
That's so true.
Evan, you got to run to the bathroom? All right, cool, I'll bring my flip cam.
Flip cam.
Oh, Nick, the intern's coming in? Flip cam.
You can't leave home without it. You got to bring it. I'm telling you, the flip cam is what it's all about.
It's his only contribution. He doesn't even bring it.
George Noia is a filmmaker as well. Does some local films.
Oh, my.
I'll bring it, guys. I'll bring it.
I am truly amazed at the George Noia situation.
Sorry, Mike.
It's a situation. Look, he's a real person. That's the truth. You can look him up on Facebook.
I'm amazed.
He has friends that follow him.
You didn't even ask me why I'm amazed.
Yeah, why are you shocked?
I'm amazed because you haven't done anything like that for this show. That's really what I mean. Can George Noia write an article about us?
Can you have some creativity about us? Yes,
now that we have an end to this Bronx Times reunion, whatever the heck it is, I mean, now that we got this big in with George Noia, let's get some publicity for this program.
I'm going to put you guys right in between the Fair at the Square article and Mr. James Vaca, our councilman. He's everywhere, by the way. I don't know if you know him.
I am actually.
don't know him.
I'm going to call George Noia right now, as a matter of fact. I am calling him as we speak. Let's see.
You won't get. Oh, geez. Guys, hold on a second. I'm getting a phone call. Hold on a second.
Let me see here.
Hello?
Yeah, hey, George?
Who's this? Evan? Play tricks on me.
Let's see. 917-640.
What are you giving it out like you gave out the...
Did you give Drew Brees? I gave out Drew Brees' phone number last week.
Mike couldn't even remember. It was like, I didn't have my flip cam to record it.
That's why I got to bring it.
So are we inviting Nick, the intern, to the show meeting tomorrow?
Yeah, but he doesn't work on Thursdays.
Yeah, but for a show meeting, he might be willing to show up.
Yeah, I think we can talk to Nick about it, absolutely. If not, we can give him maybe a little recap, some notes to look over, some things to digest.
Oh, who's going to be the secretary of the meeting tomorrow?
Well, I'll do it, because who else does everything?
Forget the minutes. Again, we'll bring the flip cam. Go through the footage. Come on, we don't need minutes.
Good point. Excellent point. You're off the hook, Mr. Secretary.
Yeah.